Many of the mothers I know are grieving a baby that no one else ever counted. Maybe after a miscarriage, maybe after an abortion. If you also think about a baby that no one knows about but you, this episode is for you. I am not here to debate anything. I simply want to make space for a kind of grief that is often invisible and that can feel especially heavy when the world expects you to be happy and social, like during the holidays. I am Dr. Johanna Kennedy, a birth doula and hospice volunteer. Welcome to my channel, where we keep death close to live more fully. Today, I want to talk to you about the babies that no one counted and about the mothers who are still carrying them. Holidays can be so brutal when you are carrying grief no one knows about. Everyone expects you to be cheerful and present, while a part of you is thinking about a baby that never made it into the family photo. If you feel oddly out of place at the table this year, you are not broken. You are grieving something invisible. In this episode, I will not tell you how to grieve. Unfortunately, or fortunately, there is no such thing like 4 neat steps to feel less heartbroken. The only value I want to offer is this: visibility, permission, and one gentle invitation not to carry this completely alone. Between the births of my first and my second daughter, I experienced an early miscarriage. On paper, it looks very simple, right? We wanted another baby, and I got pregnant on the first try. I held the positive test in my hand and instantly saw the whole pregnancy unfold in my mind. I knew my estimated due date. I calculated when my maternity leave might start. I started playing with names, wondering if it was a girl or a boy. The whole film started running the moment that second line appeared, and at the same time, something was strange. With my first pregnancy, I felt very pregnant. With my later pregnancies, I also felt very pregnant. With this one, even though the test was positive, I never really felt pregnant. Something in me knew that this baby might not stay. Because of that feeling, I recorded a little message for this baby, almost like a prayer. I begged the baby to stay with me. And at the same time, I told her that if this was not her time, if she could not stay, I would try to accept that. And a week later, I started bleeding. The pregnancy ended. From the outside, it was just an early miscarriage. No big medical drama, no public announcement. From the inside, a very real baby-shaped possibility disappeared. There was real sadness. I was very lucky, and I got pregnant again quite soon afterwards. And that pregnancy felt completely different, much more like my first. But I had a hard time relaxing, a hard time enjoying that pregnancy. I was afraid of another loss, even though everything looked fine. That experience changed something in me. It showed me how quickly a mother's heart can attach and how real loss can be even if no one else saw the baby. When someone asks you, how many children do you have? Is the number in your head different from the one that you say out loud? For many mothers, it is. There is the public number, and then there is the number that includes a baby who never made it here, after miscarriage or abortion. If that is you, you are not strange and you are not alone. You are a mother counting all of her children, even the ones that no one else sees. When I was younger, I knew a few girls who had abortions, and the way they talked about it sounded very casual. Almost like, yeah, bad luck, next time I will be more careful. So a part of me assumed that abortions were mostly like that. You do not want to be pregnant, you end the pregnancy and you move on. As an adult, as a mother, and through my work in birth and now end-of-life care, I have heard very different stories. The mothers that I know and love now who have had abortions did not take it lightly. They did not take the easy way out. They made the only choice that felt possible in that moment. And many of them still think about those babies years later. A lot of them feel heartbreak. And a lot of them also feel a form of relief that they did not bring a baby into a situation that felt impossible or maybe even unsafe. Relief and heartbreak can live in the same body. From the outside, miscarriages and abortions can look like two ends of a spectrum. One is a wanted pregnancy that ended without consent, and the other pregnancy someone chose to end. But when you listen to those mothers, the grief often lives in the same part of the heart. There was a baby-shaped possibility, and now there is heartbreak, even if the stories are very different. So no, miscarriage and abortion are not as far apart as they might look from the outside. It is very easy from a distance to sit on a moral high horse and say, they could have made it work. Most of the time, those judgments come from a place of privilege, from not knowing what someone is carrying, what support they have, and what danger they are in. We don't know what resources someone has or doesn't have. We do not have to agree with every decision to recognize that the grief is real and that it deserves respect and compassion. If this is your story, if you carry a miscarriage or an abortion in your body or memory, this part is for you. You are not wrong and you are not broken for grieving an abortion. You can know you made the only choice you had at the time and still feel sad, guilty, angry, or heartbroken. You can feel relief and grieve in the same body. Ambivalence is an essential part of being human. No one from the outside gets to measure how strong your feelings are allowed to be. The same is true for miscarriage. There is no correct amount of sadness and no deadline by which you should be over it. Whatever shows up in you is allowed. Sadness, numbness, anger, envy, relief, confusion, all of it. If you are the quiet one at the table this year, or the one who has to go cry in the bathroom, you are not alone. You are grieving something the others cannot see. You do not owe anyone your miscarriage story. And you also do not owe anyone your abortion story. Your grief is real, even if no one ever hears about the details. At the same time, though, you are allowed to share your story. You can choose a safe person, even if it has been years or even decades. No matter what you decide, your truth is valid, whether you share it or not. If you are carrying a miscarriage or abortion story completely alone, it can feel safer to stay silent. But sometimes the fear of telling is actually heavier than the telling itself. You might be surprised how many women around you quietly know this territory. You do not have to share today or with everyone, yet telling one safe person might hurt less than you think, especially if you have carried this alone for a long time. During my hospice training, I read dozens of case reports where pregnancy losses or abortions were mentioned for the very first time at the end of life, sometimes literally on the deathbed. If it is at all possible in your life, I would love for you to have that support earlier than that. For me, keeping death close means keeping these tiny, often invisible losses close as well. The pregnancies that never made it to the announcement. The babies who were only here as a line on a test. The abortions that were chosen in challenging circumstances. A life can be very short and still change you forever. If you feel comfortable, you can share in the comments by simply writing, "I am remembering someone," or leaving a heart. You do not have to tell your story publicly for it to matter. And just in case you did not know, supporting mothers through miscarriage and abortion is also something that doulas do. If you feel you need someone to listen without judgment, with an open heart for you and for your story, you are very welcome to reach out to me or to a local doula you trust. May you be touched by a little magic dust today, and may you sprinkle it on the world around you.